for 4 sets of armor, 1 defuse kit and the HE. And looking towards the buy, Dignitas, it's going to be a very tactical round for them. 3 smoke grenades purchased. Does still mean inside's a possibility, but you do assume it's going to be more of an outside play here. Let's see where they decide to go. 3 players heading towards the inside area, maybe towards pop. They're actually going to be going toward the upper halls of inside, so potentially could smoke off connector, smoke off lower ramp, try and get the bomb down in that fashion. There are going to be 2 CTs waiting for them there. It's going to be seized and a flamie on the upper ramp as well. Bomb's going to be towards T-spawn still, so maybe this is more of the bait and switch. The smoke grenades do go in towards inside, and I thought this will be a little bit of a cloak and dagger move.
There's the HE that you were talking about before, landing on the B side. Config is low, but he's made a lot of movement, made inroads into the heart of the CT defense, and actually 2 of them have managed to get through there. They're going to try and meet up with the rest of their team. We're pushing on to A. RUBINO is not going to get anything done. Zeus with a double. Very interesting tactic, but it would appear that unless Kjaerbye and tenzki go massive, this is going to be a retake success. Kjaerbye takes down a player with him, but Edward is up to the task. And now it falls firmly on the shoulders of tenzki. First frag lands for him, looking for a second one. He's been tagged, and he will be taken out. Na'Vi get the retake, but I feel if RUBINO in connector does more work with that Tech 9, it could have been a completely different dynamic altogether.
Could have gone crazy there, but the Dignitas, they tried to do the fake towards inside. 2 smokes going down towards connector and lower ramp, sending 3 players inside there. The objective is to find at least a couple of kills there. They get locked down pretty much unresponded. The bomb does go outside, and like you said, Tech 9 could have done some serious work on the rotations, but they do get the bomb down, so it means they can get AK-47s in the 3rd round there. So you see Navi preparing for that. They have got 3 rifles here. Guardian and Edward are going to be stuck on the UMP. And Dignitas not much to work with. They have got a couple of deagles. And heading towards the inside area though. flamie just spotting through that smoke. I did think he spotted a T there as well. So that's going to be MSL, and he's going to be falling back as well now. Going to allow them to go down that lower ramp. He just wants to stop the bomb being planted at all costs here.
The way he backed off definitely suggests that he did hear movement. Wanted to make sure that those 25 bullets in the FAMAS stay in the magazine for now.
Here it comes.
But yeah, indeed, here comes the push. The grenade, the Molotov, the kitchen sink has been thrown in. The spray from Seized connects onto 2 players. He's gonna run in. He looks for the knife, but flamie scumbags it away from him.
I guess at that point it's more, let's just stop them planting the bomb. You don't want to take the risk. The knife would have been great to boost the money a little bit, but had they got that bomb plant down, it could have been an extra $800 going to their accounts, which Navi definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of. So we enter the 3rd round. It's going to be the AK-47s coming back into Dignitas' hands. And they've got smoke grenades and 1 Molotov. Had they got that bomb down, it could have been a much stronger buy. So I feel like that's a justified loss of knife attack there. So here we go then, fast, emphatic approach coming in from Dignitas. No messing around here.
Love to see this kind of Counter-Strike, especially when you've got players of this caliber on the server. RUBINO with 1 and a second as well, finally gets silenced, but he's managed to take 2 players with him. Kjaerbye and tenzki, MSL. What a fantastic take that is from Dignitas.
Yeah, no messing around there, straight out. RUBINO doing some serious work with the AK, finding 2 headshots to open it up. And Navi just didn't have the firepower to respond, and the FAMAS and UMP unable to do much. RUBINO has been stepping up in the last couple of games, and now Navi got to be put on 2 CZs and PT50s, but I don't feel this round's going to be as clean cut. As you can see, Guardian going aggressive towards Ivy here, actually going for the full face. Can he do anything with it? He is flashed in. Will be taken down by MSL though, bringing it down to the 5-on-4. And now they can afford just to buy their time a little bit, see how the reaction is from the CTs. They don't know to rush the situation now. They have got the man advantage.
That's exactly what happens. flamie had to go for the peak, needed that information to give to the rest of his team. In doing so, all he gets is a couple of bullets for his troubles. Na'Vi are going to be stacking towards A. Seized, holding the tight angle. 2 kills with the CZ. He gets the AK, and Zeus from the top of the green train. What is happening here to Dignitas? This was their chance to pull their way back into this game and leapfrog Na'Vi. Instead, they go a player behind.
Shows you how deadly that CZ can be at close range. Not even a chance to get the refrag there. It's C's going absolutely massive. It's now a 3-on-2. Config and Kjaerbye remaining, but Edward is coming behind him. Doesn't decide to go towards Ivy. That's where the 2 remaining players are for Team Dignitas. They have got the bomb in hand. And ample time to play with. 45 seconds remain. Zeus is going to be patrolling the side alley area. He's got the AK in hand. Has giving away his position slightly by firing off those shots. This next frag is going to mean everything for both teams. He takes down one, does decent damage to Config as well, so that could be the round tied up. He's going to go towards the back trains here. Seas will be waiting for him as well.
Seas hear that movement, I believe he did. Config snaking his way through. Seas just missed this chance, but Edward is there in command, and Na'Vi completely wrecked Dignitas' momentum.
Just after they get those first 2 frags as well, we're saying, okay, well, they've got 2 frags. It seems like it's game over. Don't need to do anything. It's kind of interesting. MSL doesn't even come around checking that corner. Just blind faces to the left and gets punished as well. His teammate follows quickly after that, and it's a complete mess after that. So they will be force buying into this round themselves. 2 AKs, Tech 9s, and a Deagle on Kjaerbye. And in terms of smoke grenades, they have got 4. Looking like they're favoring towards the inside site, potentially. Maybe going to be trying a smoke execute here. Make the AKs do some work. Let the pistol players go in first and see if they can take the attention away from the riflers.
Solid setup for Na'Vi, both with Molotovs, or sentries, I should say. And so they can just double incendiary if they so choose.
Zeus, though, he's coming in the back. They've got to get the call pretty quickly.
Indeed, he will. As
to what's going on right now. You can see the CTs rotating in, and here comes the execute from Dignitas.
May not make a lot of difference, though, if Dignitas can get out and get a couple frags under their belt, which they haven't been able to do. There we go, tenzki with 2. Again, stepping up when it's required for his team. Smoke goes out onto connector. Bomb has been planted, but now the flanker of Zeus could be the linchpin for Na'Vi. Connects the frag. And very much a free kill at that. Goes in for the second, gets that one as well, and that's on tenzki. This came full circle, Guardian with the op shot. And Na'Vi move yet another round ahead, and that was a force up from Dignitas. So a decision must be made here. Do they want to go for the pistol armors? Do they just want to completely tap out of this round?
They get the bomb down. They're going to have about 3k average on the board, so they definitely could get some upgraded pistols. I wouldn't like to see them fully force into this, but they did something where they get the bomb down. They got a couple of kills, but that flank coming in from Zeus from T-Spawn really did seal the deal there for Na'Vi. They're currently 4-1 up on the CT side here, and there it is. So just some upgraded pistol this time. They have got 4 smokes here, so I'd assume they're going to be going towards the outside area this time, doing a full wall of smoke strategy, and just try and force a bomb plant here. You can see them setting up for the smokes right now. I'm assuming the bomb will be going towards Pop Dog. He'll just be running out, and his only objective right now is to plant that bomb.
That is their mission, should they choose to accept it.
I think they probably should. Here come the smokes, and here comes the play.
Molotov has connected onto E-Box. Edward, easy pickings for him. Ooh. Oh, tenzki again. Are you serious? How many 1-digs is he going to connect in this game? And although still Na'Vi have the huge advantage in terms of weapons, there's double AWPs in play. Not the easiest weapon to use on retakes. And at close quarters, that's where Dignitas' weapons could definitely prove to be costly. That being said, it's work as usual for Guardian, and the retake is a complete success. But we did highlight at the start of the round, Dignitas would have been very happy with a bomb plant, and they succeeded in that endeavor.
Yeah, that's all they needed from that round. They played it perfectly, get the bomb down, take a kill with them as well. That's a little bonus, and now they have a very healthy bank balance going into this 7th round here. You can see them be able to get full buys, smoke grenades, Molotovs, you name it, they've got it. And the double AWP setup is in full force for Na'Vi as well. So those smoke take executes could be problematic for Na'Vi. Like he said, the retakes a lot harder, especially towards that inside bomb side once the bomb is planted. Let's see what Dignitas decide to do this time. Looks like it's going to be more of the same. They saw how successful that tactic was in the last round, so presumably just try it again. But Z's picking up the first kill there, taking down MSL. Bringing it to the 5 and 4, so a little bit of a blunder there. MSL just get caught out. A change of position for C's. He goes towards that upper ramp, and now Guardian pushing aggressively towards Ivy. This is going to shut down any sort of ideas they had of an execute. And Zeus and Guardian going to work here. It's a very simple round for Na'Vi. Looked like Dignitas were sitting up for that full smoke attack there, but after MSL got picked, the round fell apart. Just heavy aggression coming in from Na'Vi there. Config doing what he can now. Does take down C's. At least making this round a little bit more expensive for the CTs here.
Well, I guess some saving graces. He's got time, he's got the bomb. It's not in the middle of nowhere. But of course, Na'Vi know exactly where he is now. And it would have been a nice little frag if he picked that one up. Really no other options in store for him. But this is what we expected on train from Na'Vi, and that is dominance. Dignitas, their economy, Henry, here, still not great.
It's not great. Now, after that round, they had such a healthy buy. I think they'll be going for Tech 9s as some smokes here, potentially try and do the same thing again, get the bomb down. But looks like we've got a little steam crash going on. think that was Seized that got kicked out of the game. He was the one player that died last round as well, so they still do have the double orb set up. He's back in, so I'm sure we'll be underway momentarily. So Dignitas just on the quasi-buy this round, Tech-9s and a Deagle, 4 smoke grenades, a couple of flashbangs. Maybe could do a fake of the same strategy this time, do all the smokes and then try to bomb their way towards the inside site. That could be quite viable. Try and sell something outside, maybe send a couple of players out there to sell the fake. Let's see what their approach is here. 6-1 in favor of Navi after taking the first map. Hopefully setting themselves up for a decent campaign now.
And if he so chooses, Guardian had a really good spawn against maybe peek Ivy, but they're very wary of the fact there could be pistols charging his location, so he opts for the safer, more patient play. He just looks into T main. And Dignitas, sure, they don't have much utility other than a flashbang left, but if they get up in the face of Na'Vi, they could still cause problems. Zeus again is on point. 2 kills for him. Guardian just locks down, puts the turret in effect. Seas just walks straight up behind. And to be fair to tenzki, pretty much just had to go for that bomb plant. There's nothing else he can do.
It was exactly the same round as before. It's the same objective, get the bomb down, try and boost the money for this round. So now Dignitas has bounced back once again with cash. They're going to be changing the mentality slightly this time. I haven't really favoured the AWPs on their T side, but MSO will be wielding it this time. He's got the decent spawn as well. Where are we heading towards? Maybe go back towards inside. That's where he's taken down before with C's towards the upper ramp. Maybe we looking for that challenge this time. We'll be facing that area. C's not going to be there this time though. It's going to be much more defensive setup from Navi this time. Just one player towards the inside bomb, so that's flamie with the M4. Guardian once again doing some serious work on the CT side now, taking down Kjaerbye. These opening picks are proving really problematic here for Dignitas.
As indeed they were on cobblestone as well. Really kept his team in the first half. As you say, went a bit off the boil on T-half, but the rest of his team stood up to the plate and delivered. That first kill means everything to Na'Vi. Puts a Haltner on the aggression from Dignitas. Good return kill from Config. Keeps him in this round, and he has managed to actually burst out onto the B side, not for too much longer. Seized at the back. Puts him down with authority.
Yeah, with a 4 situation, you can see the bomb still down towards T-spawn here, but Zeus with full control of the T-steps, does some decent damage as well. Looking to challenge once more, gets the double kill. Fantastic play from Zeus, and this is just turning into a bit of a mess for Dignitas. I'd say this is probably almost the time to take a tactical pause. Looking like they're getting spanked across every section of the map. Navi getting close to 16k to almost all of their players. Their economy is very strong indeed. And Dignitas unable to even execute at some points. They're just losing the players in the first 10 or 15 seconds. You saw Config just forced to go towards inside to make something happen after losing that first man. He found one, but then C's just waiting there for the AWP and locked him down. So another quasi-buy coming in. Looks like a full-on B rush coming this time. flamie is towards the upper ramp. Perfect position as they go down lower.
Oh, but again, it's going to be Seized who breaks the deadlock onto tenzki. As you said, though, flamie is up there. It's the spray. Bomb has been planted, so again, at least Dignitas have got a glimmer of hope of getting more weapons into the next round. Config with the Tech-9. He's going to get dropped. Kjaerbye now in a 1 versus 4. Oh my goodness! Oh, Kjaerbye with 3! And the bomb has been planted. He goes back in for seconds, misses a couple shots, but he's wasting valuable time. Edward's going to push him. Kjaerbye, are you going to pull off the miraculous play? Kjaerbye gets the clutch! Are you serious?
My God. We've seen the Deagle do some impressive work this tournament, but I think that has topped it. A 4K in one of the most crucial rounds here. Dignitas in complete disarray this entire half, and then some absolute magic out of nowhere. Kjaerbye, that was absolutely sick. What a round. And we enter number 11 now. Navi are recovering straight away. They're going to get the auto sniper, so 3 sniper rifles this time. And Dignitas going out in full force. flamie is the one to open it up, taking down RUBINO. 5-on-4 once again, and this is the play from Edward, pushing through the smoke, finds 2 frags. Now a 3-on-2, can he get the 3rd? He cannot. It is neutralized, comes down to a 2-on-2. Seized and flamie both with sniper rifles in their hand. It's flamie though with the auto. Bomb yet to be planted. What a couple of rounds we've had here. You see flamie now just from that sniper tower. Seeing if you can spot anyone, it's going to be difficult. The bomb does get planted, these retakes, it'd be very difficult indeed. Config coming behind, easy kill coming up here. Goodbye, executed, and now comes down to the 2-on-1.
It's the auto sniper. This kind of range is pretty deadly. The issue is, as soon as he gives his position away, that tin wall really doesn't do too much for cover. And I tell you what, if Kjaerbye and Dignitas bring this back now, I feel that was the moment that inspired the rest of his team. Those are the kind of moments where you're getting wrecked, it's 8-1, everything feels against you, bang. 1 versus 4, ridiculous Deagle work. Anything's possible. Historic
round there. One of the players that have been called out for not really stepping up at big tournaments, but my God, did he step up then? That was absolutely brutal. They come back in very aggressive fashion on the following round and win that as well. 2-on-1, flamie pushing into lower round there, should be finding that kill, takes down the AWPer. I don't think he'll get away with this. Well, he actually manages to get 2 and away with his life as well. Great play from flamie and brings it in to a 5-on-3. This game really is heating up. Huge individual performances coming into fruition. Bomb is still towards the upper area of inside now. All 3 players going to be committed to it as well. They're not sure what rotations or flanks are coming in, so they need to be very careful here. CTs haven't reacted just yet as smokes come down the lower ramp.
They do, but it's not going to be shallow enough to deter C's. The good news is, though, the flashbang does do enough to make him relocate. Config. That's a big kill. One that flamie will be disappointed he didn't bag himself. The problem, though, for Dignitas now, as they trail by a player, and Seized has just gone ham. Kjaerbye answers back. Doesn't have the Deagle, but he does have the AK-47, and that's just as deadly in his hands.
Absolutely. Well, still have 45 seconds to play with. Still a very possible situation for the T's here. Config is very low HP, going to be flashing Kjaerbye out, seeing if he can find another frag here. There's only going to be 1 CD waiting for him, but he gets caught jumping out of the lower ramp there. Edward deals with Kjaerbye, and it's just going to be Config remaining now. 12 HP and a Dream.
Dream's dead.
Turned into a little bit of a nightmare there. So Navi bouncing back after a couple of difficult rounds to swallow. The pause does come in for Dignitas now. You see, they do have enough to buy if they wanted to, and it's going to be a tactical pause. So time to take stock after a couple of insane rounds, I would say. flamie, this inside push. How he got away alive and got 2 kills out of that situation, I have no idea. The smoke really working out for him there. I thought he was dead to rights, but tactical pause. Time to Dignitas to work out what's been going on in all of these gun rounds here. They've been losing the first pick consistently. Guardian and C's been doing severe work with those AWPs. It seems like everywhere they go, they're losing the picks every single time. The only reason they got back into this game was a 1v4 clutch with a Desert Eagle. Not really something you can rely on every single round.
Absolutely. And when you lack a bunch of utility, it's difficult to stop those peaks from the AWPs, from the likes of Guardian, to just wreck you. And that's exactly what he brings to the table. You know, we speak a lot about how good he is as an AWPer, but he's a very aggressive AWPer. He can be unpredictable. He can get you from Ivy in this case.
He's a great hybrid AWPer. Like, exactly. He's just a full package, right? Yep. Like he can do the flashy stuff. He can face angles. He can go aggressive, but he's so consistent as well. Just holding defensive angles and hitting the shots that count. That's something a lot of these top AWPers do lack in. Like, they can bring in all the flashy stuff and all the highlight footage, but sometimes when it comes down to just hitting the nitty-gritty stuff, they can be a little bit lacking there. So the unpause does come in. It looks like Dignitas will be forcing into this situation. Not heaps of cash here. It's going to be 1 AK so far. Kjaerbye is going to be the one in charge of that. Desert Eagles. Make that 3 of them and a Tech 9 on config. Let's have a look at their cash. It's actually more, I thought they'd be forcing more into this. They've actually, Kjaerbye having more cash, I guess, from surviving that clutch. He's the only one going to be investing heavily into this one. So it's more of a quasi-buy coming in.
Keep in mind as well, if Dignitas do manage to get 2 out of these next 3 rounds, I think they still got a hope in this match.
Absolutely.
So 9-3 looks bad, but it can easily be reversed. This round is going to be asking a lot. Oh, that trade is actually sick for Dignitas. They'll take that every day. It's Guardian dead, a 1-for-1. That's bad news, though. Edward is going to back himself there. How does he get Kjaerbye there?
I have no idea. Kjaerbye, difficult angle to face with a kill. I feel like he should have landed. After getting that initial pick of the Guardian, they haven't been able to salvage any weapons here. Just going to be config and tenzki remaining. Config doing some work at the Tech 9 though. At least does manage to pick up an AK-47, but his teammate in dire straits there. Just a 3-on-1 now. Config, the last remaining player, has got a bomb. Can do something with this if he finds the next frag. Going to drop a smoke in front of the E-box. But not meant to be. Navi hit double figures, 10 plays 3 now. And they still do have enough to buy. Problem is Kjaerbye on 3.4. He's going to be dropped down to a Galil, and they're not going to have massive amounts of utility. They have got smoke grenades, just a distinct lack of Molotovs here. I'd like them to do that execution with a wall of smokes once again. It seems like they can get the bomb down with their Tech 9s and make it a close round. Let's give it a go with the full guns as well. Let's see what they are going to be bringing to the table. It looks like they'll be sending 4 players towards the inner area here. It's going to be another fast rush. flamie is close once again. Just drops the same smoke. And they're going to be making their way towards the upper ramp this time instead of lower, but maybe they've had a change of mind as flamie drops a perfect incendiary and forces it onto the bomb site. Here it comes. 1 kill, 2 kill. Config replies, but he has done his job.
Just herding the players into his firing line. Beautiful play.
Yeah, that Molotov is actually beautiful, right?
That's effectively a cattle prod. Either way, Edward is going to make short work of Config. Bomb, of course, planted, and now all falls to tenzki. We've already seen one ridiculous clutch today, but it's not going to happen. Sees he's already defused the bomb. Yeah.
Well, that was so good from flamie. He hears the footsteps coming, he spots the first player, and just as they're coming in as well, he gives them no exit strategy whatsoever. They're fully committed at that point. Completely forces him into his crosshair, gets 2 kills. That's all he had to do. Makes it an almost impossible task for Dignitas to and bits Navi onto 11-3. Really fantastic first half. And you think if Kjaerbye hadn't have got that insane deagle clutch, this could have been a lot worse for Dignitas. So final round now. I've got AKs and Galils and RUBINO on the Desert Eagle here. Once again, flamie changing up his position. He's going to have some confrontation with MSL. Who's going to win the gunfight here? MSL's expecting it, but flamie capitalizes once more. He's been playing very well in this inside area.
Great angle there. As you say, mixing it up, not getting predictable. And that kill instantly gives Dignitas a couple extra problems to think about. Have to worry about maybe Zeus pushing up behind them. He has done it a couple times so far. And again, he has gone looking.
Well, that nade.
Nades are doing damage. Config down to 39, and again, it's going to be seized. He's so good in this position. So difficult to get rid of. Maybe have words with flamie that he didn't have his back there onto upper, and that could prove to be a big downfall for Na'Vi. It's a 2-on-3, and tenzki is trying to hold this down for his teammate. It's not going to happen. Guardian and Edward finish the half off at 12-3 for Na'Vi. And as you said, Henry, this could have actually been 14-1 if not for that individual brilliance from Kjaerbye earlier. It
just seems like Dignitas, they're trying to work the picks here, but it's just so many individual situations, going up against Guardian, facing unfavorable angles, not even with an AWP, allowing him to find that first pick. And then just as they're starting to adapt and try to do tactical things, Guardian's going aggressive and pushing Ivy there. Just everything they were trying, going against them. And Na'Vi pick up the 12-3.
You what, mate? It's not 11-4. Just throwing out there. The graphic on the screen said 11-4.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me as well. God, I got the scoreline wrong.
No, it's 12-3. But just to save some confusion, because I can imagine people like, what?
Well, here we go
then. Around for?
Let's enter the second half. Na'Vi switching over to the terrorist side. 4 sets of armor for them, and a smoke and Molotov on seized. Dignitas, they seem to love to run this full armor setup on their pistol rounds. Let's see what they bring to the table here. Whether they'll be bringing any aggression or just holding back and trying to pick off the tees with the silenced USPs here.
It's pretty simple for Dignitas. Win this pistol or you're going home. It's so unlikely that you lose this pistol round and bring it back from a 10-round deficit against Na'Vi on T-side train.
Let's see what they can do here. Na'Vi just biding their time right now, looking for any pushes that are coming from Ivy. Edward's been boosted up just to see what's going on. 2 CTs waiting towards Ivy. They're ready for this face. They want to challenge this.
Challenging the USP from RUBINO. We saw a crazy ace on Cash yesterday, Henry.
That was
able to connect any.
We've had so many highlight moments from this.
We really have. We've been so lucky, the two of us, on the games we've casted over the last couple of days. And I would love to add this map into that category if Dignitas can mount a bit of a comeback. But so far, Na'Vi have yet to lose a player, which is going to be worrying for Dignitas, because if Na'Vi just push together as a 5-man, you'd expect them to at least get the bomb planted. And here comes the smoke. MSL is just going to play pretty passive for now. He's trying to get the one-taps as they cross. There's a bit of damage through the smoke onto Edward, and now it's up to Config. What can he get done from this situation? MSL gets the frag somehow. Config gets away from that confrontation alive. Oh, through the smoke, MSL takes out Zeus. This has gone perfectly for Dignitas. I was thinking this was going to be a horror show. Config with another one. And C's now coming through connector. Even if he gets the kill on Kjaerbye, doesn't even matter because the bomb is about to get defused. Great hold from Dignitas.
Absolutely. Keeping it long range. Na'Vi hold up for about 45 seconds there, go towards the inside site. Smoke down lower ramp, Molotov off connector, and the idea was just get the bomb down, push down, be aggressive, but the CTs had other ideas there. And coming massive. Just having a look at the scoreboard here, we can see RUBINO's had a very tough first half there. He's currently sat on 2 for 16. After so many great moments from this tournament, this has been one of the quieter maps for him.
MSL's not much better off at 4 for 14 as well. But that makes a tough reading, because RUBINO's the kind of guy you're expecting to not necessarily be carrying Dignitas, but at least towards the top.
Doesn't seem to be the top fragger, but he comes in huge in those real clutch moments and saves them just before the...
That's what happened with VP, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
He came alive in the overtime.
Well then, Navi going to be on full eco this round. This will be looking to the future. We know AKs will be coming out next round as they make their way towards the inside bomb. So they're going to get their players from up around to cause some aggro here, get some attention away while they try and just rush in. That's exactly what's going to happen. Bomb just looking to go down here any way possible, trying to jump over with the assistance of the ladder there. Guardian does manage to find one frag, and maybe we'll be able to get a plant down here as well. That's all they want, but all of a sudden it's actually becoming quite interesting. 3 on 2, Guardian gets another. He's going to be remaining now, still has got full HP. Bomb has been planted. He makes his way towards upper ramp.
Keep in mind, every weapon that's taken away from Dignitas could hurt them. Down the road, and Guardian now trying to channel his inner Deagle God. And although he doesn't get the second frag, tenzki doesn't have a kit. Guardian now steps up big.
Okay. A round where they're just planning to get the bomb down. Guardian somehow, out of nowhere, the Deagle from hell comes from the upper ramp and has caused an absolute anarchy there. My lord, we've seen some very impressive Deagle plays, and
that right there could be game, Henry.
I think that might be. You can see Dignitas now. We're going to be force buying into this one. Desert Eagles and CZs, but what a knock to the morale that is.
A bit overzealous with the flashbangs. There, Na'Vi. Edward just going to walk in. The grenade lands behind them, but Dignitas, hello there. 2 kills.
That's actually Guardian in main entrance going down as well. They've taken down the AWP. They're still on very low HP. You can see flamie doing what he can to respond and try and get a frag back here. Does do decent damage. Emerson RUBINO very low indeed. That nade may be enough. It is. Takes him down and gives Navi a lifeline into this round.
Oh dear. What Dignitas desperately didn't want to do is get picked off 1 by 1. Kjaerbye, though, with the CZ this time around, will silence flamie until round 19. Seized answers back. The pendulum continues to swing, and just when you think that Dignitas has stabilized, it goes horribly wrong. Bomb planted.
They have managed to pick up the AWP from main entrance. Bomb is down towards inside, though. You can see Navi defending it from the back of inside bomb site. And this is an almost impossible retake with no kits. They need to find a kill very quickly. Zeus towards CT spawn. This kill is a little bit sloppy for both players. Just opting out of it now. He's done enough work. They've got the information. And now the CTs need to move close to the bomb. The smoke has been deployed. Could potentially do something with this, you know. 1v1, AWP on config, won't have a kit. The terrorists will be aware of this as well, and that's the round pretty much over. Even if he did get the kill now, wouldn't be able to win the round. Navi have done just enough. It looked like a bit of a horror show going forward after those first 2 frags were lost, but great teamwork. And using the time prevails. And a nice 2-on-2 setup there, wins them the round. It's just a replay of Guardians. 1 Dig antics here. Absolutely nuts. Headshot to finish it off, why not? 4 kills in that round. So, scoreline now, 14 plays 4. Dignitas 1 round away from series pointer, so obviously no choice but to just force buy into this one, see what they can do with the Deagles once more. Looking for a little bit more magic.
Really, from here on out, Henry, it has to be force all the way. Whatever happens, even if they win this round with 1 player remaining, they're going to have poor economy for the foreseeable future anyway. Navi, of course, just want to convert these next 2 rounds, take this quickly, comfortably, convincingly. And the 2 opening picks, of course, go the way of Navi, and that opens up B. It is ripe for the taking. The bomb, though, is still traversing through the difficult waters of A. RUBINO and Kjaerbye again. You have to remember that Kjaerbye has the Deagle. A second 1-tap from him. Surely not. A second time would be disgusting. Nade to the forehead of Guardian. And Zeus on 58 HP could be next in line. AK-47 has been picked up. Bomb still yet to be planted. It's a game of cat and mouse. So much rests on this for Dignitas.
Kjaerbye's done it, you know. He actually has. What a play. Another huge moment for Kjaerbye to add to the scrapbook there. Somehow keeping Dignitas alive just when it looked like it was over. He comes back in with another, what, 1-on-4 situation. Absolutely crazy.
This guy, he really has been the shining light for Dignitas. consistently playing to this kind of level.
Well, then we enter round number 20, and now it's going to be Navi. We're going to be on the force buy here. I'm not really sure they had to force buy this, considering the huge lead they have, but that just wouldn't be in Navi-style Metis to give in so easily. Edward does respond on that first kill from tenzki, taking out RUBINO. And MSL coming to life here. They should be able to target the round here. Kjaerbye does spot 2 players towards Ivy. They don't really left many options as they're smoked out. And you can see the T's trembling back towards T spawn now.
Again, every kill that Na'Vi pick up from this point is just funds depleted, and Dignitas don't have a pot to pee in right now. So even if they scrape by Na'Vi with taking down 3 or 4 players in rounds, that's probably still a slight victory. Seized, last player now. Tech9 has the bomb in his hands, and B is right on the home stretch. He will get this bomb planted, unless he starts looking for extra frags. It seems like he still thinks that someone's up and uppers, which isn't the case.
So he has decided not to plant the bomb here. He doesn't want the cash injection. He wants the glory. Now he has been spotted. That maybe this wasn't the right decision. May have time to plant the bomb here once again. I would have preferred him just to go for the cash.
Oh my goodness, no way. This can't happen again, can it? This cannot happen again. Seized is down to 21. No grenades, so he will get this bomb planted. They're not going to flush him out just yet. And there is tenzki. But again, 3 kills is still going to hurt Dignitas in the long haul.
Well, there we go then. Seized, not taking the easy way. I'll go from that straight plant. He gets a kill first, then gets the bomb down as well. So as you said, that does dent the economy slightly more. I've dig there. MSL and tenzki, 3 kills and 2 kills respectively. But Navi, even after that bomb plant, still can't really buy into this one. I hope they just take some upgraded pistols this round. Don't force again, really isn't required.
Got a huge round buff. There's no reason to rush it. They're just getting down to around 2k, so they can't get AKs in the next round, Henry. And again, Dignitas would be firm favorites to take this round, but there's still so many rounds behind.
Well, how do you eat an elephant? Piece by piece.
Oh, Pala, never change. He told us that joke yesterday. It was a bit dry. Config is going in dry. Zeus is going to feel that for days. Or not, as the case may be, because he kind of got headshot. Either way, Na'Vi do have a smoke and 2 flashbangs to play with still. And if they can land those on B, you never quite know. Pala's giving us a stare. He's mad. He's triggered. Spray coming through from Kjaerbye. He's trying to hold this one down by himself. Well, I say that, but Config is watching his back. USP brought out. This can still rip through faces with no Kevlar on the side, but Guardian with 1 is all he's going to pick up, and indeed all that Na'Vi will get out of this round. 7 rounds yet to go for Dignitas before they break even.
Yeah, not really much to report from that round. Navi just trying to force inside the inner sight there. Unable to find the plant, but regardless, they will have an AWP this round. It's another naked Guardian coming forward. No nades, no armor, just the AWP in hand. Won't be able to do anything with this. Only favors towards the main entrance. This time looking like Navi wants to go towards the inside side. Got 2 players towards Ivy as well. The first pick comes in from MSL. He faced towards up around there. He's going to be getting the hell out of dodge right now. And Kjaerbye chimes in as well. 5 on 3. Great opening picks here to start the 22nd round.
Much better from Dignitas. Convincing CT work. Thing is though, Henry, in these kind of situations, it just takes 1 dirt moment and you've lost the entire match. So you've got to keep that focus 100%. And Na'Vi aren't out this round either. They still got an AWP on Guardian, albeit a glass cannon.
You see Guardian boosted up now to seeing if anyone will gift him a kill there.
That's probably the only way Na'Vi get back into this this round, I should say. If they can get the pick.
That's a really weird play from Kjaerbye.
Oh.
There was no need to push Ivy there whatsoever. And now this could actually be the end of the round. They get the first 2 picks and then some very questionable pushes there. Why not just hold back on the bomb site, make Navi make the next move? It just seems like, as we were saying, Navi just waiting for Dignitas to gift them some kills, and my boy, did they do it. Just going to be tenzki remaining now. He's going to make decent work at this, finds 2 kills to bring it down to a 1v1. tenzki is not done here just yet. Seized remains.
So many places Seized could be at this point, though. tenzki has no information on his whereabouts. He's going to drop on through. This could just be a case of looking at the right place at the right time for tenzki. He is going to get the kill onto Seized! Or 1v3 clutch again, going the way of Dignitas.
Okay.
And Seized, I could almost hear the facepalm from here because that should have been his kill. Everything was in his advantage, and he just whiffed.
What a back and forth round that was. We see Dignitas getting those first opening 2 frags and then throwing the round away a bit potentially, and then 3-on-1, tenzki somehow capitalizing there. Massive round. Dignitas aren't going down without a fight here. As we enter round number 23, full rifles for Navi, but only 1 smoke to play with as well. Potentially could have just quasied this one and made sure they have the full arsenal of grenades and just finish this one properly, but here we go then. Not going to be committing to anything just yet. The bomb is towards the inside area, but it's going to be very difficult to enter these bomb sites. No orb, no nades. Seized has got himself by E-box here, trying to make any picks happen. Does spot MSL, but gets taken down there. Config chimes in as well, and he seems to be holding off that inside bomb site. Edward finally manages to take him down. They are going to be planting here, but there's nothing to hold them off. No flashbangs, no smokes. It's going to be raw gunpowder here to try and win the round. flamie is going to be backstabbing eventually. The CT's looking like they'll be taking this round pretty convincingly.
Yeah, but the key word there was eventually. He wasn't quick enough to help his teammates out, so he's banking on them holding ground.
This had nothing to work with though. Like, they couldn't even smoke off towards connector to have some like cover to even get into lower round to get players towards upper. Just to play off a clutch situation. I really don't know why we'd buy into that round. This is how you throw away games, Natus. Forcing up with AKs on a map like Train, you need to be smoking off key choke points and just taking away certain risks there. It's such a difficult procedure to get into these areas just with AKs and hoping you blast everyone's head off, especially when the CTs have AWPs. Simple kill there for MSL to open it up. And it looks like the tactical pause coming in now from Navi just to discuss what the hell's going on after they've lost, 5 rounds in a row now. Some huge clutches have kept Dignitas inside this one. And like we said, just round by round, they're slowly but surely coming back into this.
It's good to see they're still laughing. They're still having a good time. Not taking this, well, I was going to say too seriously. Of course they're taking it seriously, but they're not letting the stress or the pressure get to them.
It was a 12-3 first half.
Yep, it was. And it was 14-4 at one point. So they were trailing by 10 rounds. They've cut that deficit in half. And Navi's economy, they can afford to buy here. If they go for AKs though...
Well, flamie did save the AK that round, so I'm sure this is definitely justified. So they will be buying up into it. Guardian gets the AWP as well. This time he has armor. They have smokes. Edward, no utility on him. Same with Seized actually. So a big round coming in here, but some force buys. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with Navi here. After they did those Tech 9 buys and then force of the AKs with no nades and just very difficult situations for them. Ones they didn't really have to be in.
Well, clearly they have mulled this over and they decided this is the way to go. Like they're 100% into this round. It means they are only going to have 3 smokes in play. I could still be enough though to execute a site.
At least it's better than 0 smokes that they went with last round. That's,
absolutely.
At least there's some options here as they make their way towards inside once more. MSL has been the linchpin for Dignitas throughout this tournament. He won't be towards inside this time. They're actually leaving the inside site relatively open. It's just going to be config there, playing right up by the connector. And the problem is, Navi are setting up for a full inside execute here. All 5 players committed to the side of the map. Navi going to be executing any second now. flamie is going to be joining them, not going to be trying to lurk this time.
Again, though, you can see that there is only the 1 player of Dignitas on the B site itself. And so he can't stop the initial charge. This is going to be a plant, if nothing else, for Navi. A 1-for-1 trade thus far, and config is going in. He does connect the headshot, but that wasn't enough to take down tenzki. Or I should say, flamie, in actual fact. tenzki has fallen. MSL is next in firing squad. And now Kjaerbye, a 1v3. He has to just channel whatever powers he possesses to get another clutch. And he's not going to get it this time. Navi, we were questioning, we're thinking, okay, the buy's coming in, what can they do with these 3 smokes? They've just forced them to the site, and the main problem is there's only 1 defender, and he was at the back of the site.
This is the thing, but they've shown such heavy presence towards that inside side. They took the gamble of playing 4 rifles towards outside with MSL with the AWP as well, leaving config in a very defensive position towards inside. Obviously, MSL has been going towards the upper ramp inside, getting those picks. They took that gamble, obviously didn't pay off for them. So config this time Difficult buy actually for the CT. He's got a max 7. tenzki's only got a Deagle. I say only. That guy's been phenomenal with it so far. Siege gets the opening frag though, taking down one of the biggest scalps in the team. That's going to be Kjaerbye, dropped 5 on 4 now. Navi one step closer to taking the second map and this series as well.
They certainly are. Guardian not going to connect the shot. Would have been a pretty tough ask though. Would have been raw reaction speed. Bomb still dropped towards the T-spawn. Happy enough to just keep trying to trade out. Dignitas. I mean, they've got a smoke and an incendiary to play with here, Henry, with a couple of flashes. Surely this is the round. This is the round. They take us a 2-0 win and go to play Luminosity in the finals. Config misses 2 mag 7 shots, and that is going to signify the end of his life, potentially in this entire best of 3.
5 on 3 situation now. Navi haven't really connected to anything just yet. MSO answering back though, takes down flamie, but Siege should be able to pick up the kill onto him after he gets a double. 3 on 2 now. At least MSO has given them a window of opportunity to get back into this. Retake is on. tenzki though, just with the Desert Eagle. One player is going to be stuck towards inside as the bomb is planted on the outer site. CTs is going to be such a grueling affair for them. That's going to seal the deal now. 3 on 1. One player remaining. There it is. Navi will be going through to the grand final against Luminosity. It looked like it could have been in doubt towards the latter end of that half, but they pull it back and finish it in style. Excellent stuff there. Hats off to Dignitas. They've had a fantastic tournament throughout. No one expected them to get this far, let alone even out of the group. So they've shown they can compete at this level and make it a little bit difficult for these top-end teams as well. Scoreline is 2-0, but I don't think that paints the full picture.
Oh, absolutely not. I feel like Dignitas surprised a lot of people, including myself, Henry.
Absolutely.
Knocking VP out, getting good results across the board, taking maps, making them competitive against the likes of Na'Vi as well.
Just in terms of the individual talent this team possesses as well, we saw some really standout rounds there. Kjaerbye, tenzki, config, you name it, and RUBINO didn't have the best game here, a very low score on this map.